Check, check, check. Oh, I can't hear nothing. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Check, check, check. Oh, yeah, here we go. Hold on. Check, check, check. Oh, you're not. You're muted.
Testing, testing, check, check, check. Yeah, let's
Check, check, check. Check, check, check. Right inside some Mike Nevins doing some mic checks.
check, check, check. Check, check, check.
You go.
Doing some mic checks. Check, check. Welcome to Lake Hamilton Wolves Arena. To give everybody a little update, it is the JV boys game. There's a minute 17 to go in the fourth quarter, and Lake Hamilton is up 41-36. All right, welcome everybody to Lake Hamilton Wolves Arena. Tonight it'll be your Sheridan Yellowjackets versus the Lake Hamilton Wolves over here in Lake Hamilton, Arkansas. One of the first really nice arenas, um, and it's nice. It's no Yellow Jacket arena, I don't but tonight you've got the girls. Really close game at home against Lake Hamilton back in December.
Yeah, this was early in the conference loop the first time. Sheridan led almost the entire game. I think it was 39-37 was our last lead, and right there at the end of the game, they found a couple points and snuck out with a win at Yellow Jacket Arena.
It was a really good strategy by Coach Breakbill, and I think at that point it was easily the lowest amount of points that Lake Hamilton scored at that point. So it was a really fun game to watch, a really tight game. The girls played really hard.
That was the first game where we limited turnovers. That was the first game where that turnover number was real small. It's also a spot where we really learned to rebound and limited the Wolves to one shot that night.
That's right. And yeah, so we were rebounding and we were doing a really good job of keeping them off the offensive boards. I'm trying to remember if they were missing someone at that point. Was 21, was Kristen playing that game?
I'm not sure. I don't remember.
But
that was also the night that we did really good offensively with the pick and roll.
Correct.
The pick and roll was where we found
high,
all our buckets. Yep.
We got out high and was hitting that pick and roll pretty good. As a matter of fact, if I remember right, Lake Hamilton's coach called 2 really early timeouts because he was mad about it. So see if we can get that execution tonight. Since we last talked, man, it's been a while.
It has been a minute.
A
little bit of weather and all kinds of delays.
Just looking ahead, we will be here. We're here tonight. We will be in some form or fashion at Pine Bluff Thursday night. It may be me by myself, so everybody bear with me. But we will be at Pine Bluff Thursday night. And as we start to get into the deep into the second half of the season. So here we are, and we're going to get ready to do the national anthem, and then we'll have the starting lineups. Give it up.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Wolf Arena, home of the Lake Hamilton Wolves. This evening, our Wolves will play host to the Sheridan Yellowjackets. If you are able, please rise and remove your caps and join us as we have a moment of silence followed by the Pledge of Allegiance and the honoring of our nation to playing our national anthem. Our moment of silence, this is a time to reflect, to honor those who cannot be with us, and to give thanks for our opportunity to come together as a community. Thank you. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Miss Shelley Chapman as she sings our national anthem.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly
All right, so there we are. The Pledge of Allegiance and the national anthem, and we're going to get ready to introduce the starting lineups.
First, our visitors from Sheridan. Number 4, freshman Addie Grimmett.
So for the Sheridan Yellowjackets, freshman Addie Grimmett, freshman Ainsley Stevens again. I think we're going to have pretty much the same starting lineup. Senior Mason Wilson.
Number 24, senior
Senior Belle
Bell Smith.
Smith. And of course, last but not least, senior Lily Reed.
All right, and for the opponent tonight, from Lake Hamilton,
Head coach Andy Brinkfield and assistant coach Jordan Phillips.
One wolf is strong, but a pack
we're going to watch their show here in the arena. Looks like it got cut short. Maybe they played the boys' promo instead of the girls' promo. So here it comes.
is strong, but a pack is unstoppable. 5 as 1. In this house,
Feel like they kind of copied our look here.
Right. What we've always done in the past. That, you know, when we started doing that, it was really it was really sharp, you know, and
Kinda
there
out.
wasn't very many people doing it.
Kind of out in front of that curve.
That's right.
So kind of had a delay there as we watched about a 2-minute video on their digital board. Now here come the Lady Wolves. Maylee Robinson, she's a sophomore guard. Name we'll probably call a lot tonight, the Easter last name. It's Amaya Easter. Josiah Christian. That's Haley Ferguson. Sanaya Cook, a senior, rounds out the 5 for the Wolves here in their arena as the lights come back on and we get ready to play.
Yeah, so we get back into it now after about a week and a half off and dive right back into conference play and getting down to the got to start winning. If you're gonna make that top 4, you've got to make your run and hold on and fend everybody off. Take care of your business and you're in.
Looking at the standings right now, kind of in a 3-way tie for third. Us, El Dorado, and I didn't write it down, and I don't remember who the third team with our record. Then you got Lakeside 1 win above us, and then Lake Hamilton has been the conference number 1 since the beginning.
So Lake Hamilton gets a tip.
Tip comes down to Hamilton. Quickly going to get a turnover. Ball's going to go our way. Good job by Lily Reed getting the tip that started the ball going out of bounds off of the Wolves, and so we're going to take the ball, and immediately, as we expected, Lake Hamilton's going to go with a 5-man in the backcourt, full court, with a little bit of a run and jump piece, turns into a turnover immediately, and the first bucket for the Wolves.
Well, and this is something that Lake Hamilton do start now at Sheridan, and it kind of hurt them a little bit. And then they did it late in the fourth quarter. That's where they made their run.
All right, so we're halfway through our second possession and haven't made it past the free throw line yet.
Yeah.
Coach Breakbill calls his first time out to go ahead and get ready. Now that we've seen it, going to have a chance to kind of talk about how we're going to break this press, this full court man press that they've been doing now for a couple years.
Right.
They sneak in the run and jump piece to it, and it's full on. Let's go.
They've never been afraid to take chances on the backside. That backside person is going to come across and try to tip, steal, disrupt everything, and it makes it tough. So let's take our first chance to thank our sponsors. This is our first chance to thank all of our sponsors tonight, and we're going to get back to action here. We'll get with our sponsors here in just a minute.
All right, ball's going to come in on the baseline. Again, showing the full court man pressure. Long pass to Belle Smith, across the court. finds Wilson, then Reed. Still in the backcourt. We're going to call that 10 seconds. 10 seconds, and so we're going to turn the ball over back to the Wolves here at half court.
And a part of this is going to be you haven't seen live competition. Listen, we didn't even get to practice for most of the week.
No, I talked to Coach Breakbill today. They had an optional Sunday practice and then again optional Monday because you couldn't make it mandatory because you weren't sure if anybody was going to be able to get there. Ball comes down, rebound to the Yellowjackets.
And listen, I'm sure Lake Hamilton didn't practice either. They had the weather too, but defense is easier to play without practice than offense.
First shot of the night comes off the hands of Lily Reed from the top. Misses off the back rim, rebound the Wolves. Second turnover by the Wolves is going to be and then the first foul by the Wolves.
Turnover kind of popped right up in front of Mason. She grabbed the ball, wanted to take off, and got tripped up. So that'll be one team foul on Lake Hamilton. And,
first foul goes to Amaya Easter.
That'd be big if you get her in trouble.
Ball comes into Lily Reed. She's going to check and make sure what's all around her. That was. It seems like a very small detail, but to know what's behind you is very important when the press is there. Bell Smith in full pressure mode. Up top, now it's in the hands of Wilson.
Another shot by Lily, and that was money.
Lily Reed splash. 3-point basket. Sheridan with our first lead of the night, 3-2. 2 minutes into the game, Sheridan has the lead, 3-2. Zone defense by the Yellowjackets. Shot taken. Super impressed with number 4 from the Wolves, kind of rebounding out of her space.
24. Oh, no, yeah. You're talking about 4. Okay. Oh, what a take by Ainsley Stevens.
Great job by the Yellowjackets to beat the pressure, get down, and make the layup. That's the best way to get out of this press and get to play half-court basketball is to make a couple of those buckets early.
I try to tell the young kids, teams are going to press you, especially when you're young. You can beat the press all you want. If you don't score off the press, they're not getting out of it. They're going to keep speeding you up and keep pressuring you. So the way to get them out of it is go down and score off of it. Great jump by Mason.
Touch. Bell Smith with a good contest. Better shot there by the Wolves, and they retake the lead 4-3.
She stayed straight.
I'm sorry, that's not true.
Shot clock's already at 31. We ain't got the ball in bounds.
Sheridan leads 5-4. Hold your spot. No, he changed it. He changed it. Okay. Ball comes into Stevens. He's able to handle it there on the baseline. Great job again breaking the press. Lily's going to attack to the corner. Smith.
Good kick. Nice.
Great job getting the lane touch. Kick out to Bell Smith, who makes the 3. 8-4 Yellowjackets early in the game. Quickly the Wolves get the ball out of the basket. And they're back down the court. Offensive rebound turns into a foul on Grimmett. Free throws for the Wolves.
So that was great court awareness by Lily there. She drove, she broke down the defense. Bell was in the corner, she kicked it out and hit that open 3.
At the line for the Wolves, we got Haley Ferguson. Makes the first. And the second. 8-6 Yellowjackets. 3 minutes into the game, 5 minutes left in the first quarter. I'd like to see us get that ball thrown in a little bit higher up the court. There's Grimmett handling it to Wilson. Moving the ball around. Now we're back up top to Lily Reed. She swings to Stevens on the right side. Somebody go help her. Ball's in the hands of Wilson. She finds herself in the corner. Ooh, could have been a foul called, looks like.
And everybody was looking for it. Lily has to shoot it at the shot clock was winding down. And
That was forced because of the shot clock. Good defense by the Wolves. Ball's going to go out of bounds.
This has always been the tale of Lake Hamilton. You see a different defensive team when they're at home because they get the home team usually gets away with a little bit more, being a little aggressive. I mean, they are up all in our shorts on that press, and it shows.
Jamie Palmer's going to handle the ball for the Wolves this time. Moving it around the perimeter. Skipped back over. Didn't even look to shoot on the left side. Back up top. Ball moves around as they look for a way. Stevens is going to knock it loose, but it finds its way back in the hand of the Wolves. 3-point shot on the far side. Wolves offensive rebound. A little bit more hustle so far.
Yes.
First sub for the Yellowjackets. Here comes Melton into the game.
So check in for Ainsley. So we got to block out on that backside and keep them off the offensive glass. It's something we did a really good job of in the first game against them, and they've had a couple more opportunities tonight than.
It's obvious that they rebound from out of space, that when the ball goes up, they have 5 crashing. Right. Nobody's getting back, and 5 bodies rebounding is tough to block out. Could it be 3 seconds? Not called.
Still in there.
Great hustle. Going to end up in the hands of Wilson.
Get her off her.
And here we go. Grimette's going to take it out. She's off to the races. Able to keep control of the ball. Moves it to Melton. Melton get ready to pass, realized that there was going to be somebody to step in the lane. Ends up being a turnover, and to maintain possession, the Wolves call a timeout.
Right.
So here we are at 3 minutes, 19 seconds left in the first quarter. Yellowjackets lead 8-6.
We'd like to thank some of our sponsors right now. JP Fry Inc., First Trust Home Loans, Weight Loss and Wellness of Arkansas. Speaking of Melissa, Lane's back 100% for the boys, so that's good, right? The Hop Shop, People's Bank, Cotilla, Sports Stop, Roof Connect, Stockton Equipment, and Allen Gate and Panel. So thank you to all our sponsors. We couldn't do this without them for sure. They've been so good to us, and we please go out and support them, especially some of those businesses, Cotilla, some of the restaurants, things like that. They've been down.
Been closed.
Yep.
Most have been. So, yeah, always support local businesses, but now small businesses, and it's very important. As we come back into play, that's number 11. That's Grayson Hurley. Grayson's dad's an old coach. Grimette finds her way all the way to the lane, puts a couple moves together, a little behind the back, and a pull-up jumper that comes off to the Wolves.
That was good footwork there by Addie getting that shot off. It wasn't a bad shot. It just didn't go down. So
Elbow jumper this time, number 4, Maylee Robinson. Lake Hamilton takes the lead 10-8. Physical play. Ball got back in the hands of the Wolves. Great contest. Great job by Lily Reed on the contest, but the follow-up turns into another bucket for the Wolves.
The Wolves are on about a 8-0 run.
Lily Reed handles the ball, brings it up the court, moves it to the top of the key. That's Wilson at the top. Back to the right side, we find Melton. Melton to Reed. All the way to the rim. They have three bodies rebounding. We're getting back on defense. Again, from the top, number 4, that is Maylee Robinson.
So they've shown they can make it from 15 foot and in.
A 15-foot jumper has been a good look.
And now they're going to bring their starters back.
Up top, that's Grimette to Wilson on the right side. Melton on the right side is going to handle the ball. There's Lily Reed back to the right side. We haven't brought it to the left in a minute. Maybe here it comes. Bell, back to Wilson. 8 seconds on the shot clock. I think Wilson's aware, so she's going to take it to the rim and find a foul.
Good drive. It's foul going up.
Good things happen when you get the ball in the lane on offense.
Lake Hamilton just hasn't really let us do that very much in this so far in the first quarter. They've inflicted their will upon us defensively for sure.
Mason Wilson's first free throw falls off. Stevens returns for the Yellow Jackets.
We also see Sadie Krause for the first time. They come in for Melton and Grimmett.
Wilson's second free throw. 14-8 Wolves. 1:14 to play in the first. This one is good, so it's 14-9 Wolves. Chance for a steal. Again, Mason Wilson's where she needs to be.
Great hustle by Mason, and we've said that so many times about her. I mean, that is just fantastic hustle. She's full of heart and hustle.
Krause with a turnover. Stevens is trying to get back. Easter's able to score on the layup in transition. Ball comes into Wilson.
Reed.
Now Stevens, very smart of Stevens not to cross with a trap coming. Lily Reed handles the ball at the top. Yeah, that's saying it's about making your own luck. It seems like the work that Mason puts in puts her in the right spot a lot of times.
That's right.
A lot of those tips, touches, and turnovers that she's able to get are because of that hustle. Going to say the ball's off 21. Christian going to keep the ball with the Yellow Jackets.
They need to know there's 5 seconds on the shot clock, so know the shot clock.
It's one of those times where you hope somebody made that. Yes, we knew. Lily Reed from long range again trying to beat the shot clock. Now the shot clock's off with 11 seconds left to play. Ball handled up top by the Wolves. Now it's on the far side. Again, trying to beat the clock. Offensive rebound and make to finish the first quarter.
So Lake Hamilton finished the first quarter on a 14-1 run. Even though they turned up that defensive pressure in the first quarter at the beginning, we actually handled it fairly well for the first couple minutes. And then we had a couple turnovers and gave a couple offensive rebounds, and it just turned that quick.
Yeah, it wasn't the turnover in the middle of that quarter that hurt us. We were getting one shot late in the shot clock. They weren't great shots because of where the shot clock was. And then the dagger in the first quarter were the offensive rebound putbacks.
Correct. Because Lake Hamilton, on a miss, on a make, they're down the court. The shot clock's not getting to – I mean, they're down the court in 4 seconds.
And that may be part of the game plan is to go deep into the shot clock to keep the score low. But you got to get in the lane late in the shot clock rather than settle for that long three. And I don't blame Lily at all for taking those shots.
No,
We got to get those shots off.
Have to.
But it would be really nice if we could rip and get to the lane before we have to shoot those.
And it seems like we're doing some stuff that you try to, like even as youth kids, you try to teach them. Dribble with a purpose. We seem to be dribbling a lot around the perimeter and taking so many unnecessary dribbles. And in turn, like I tell the kids, if you make them dribble that much in front of you, they're going to make a mistake at some point where you're going to be able to get a tip or something like that. So you want to see us start moving the ball with purpose, pass it around a little quicker, and make those moves, and like you said, rip and go to the basket.
I just figured out, number 4, Maylee Robinson, her brother's the shooter at UCA. We're going to say that's a backcourt violation against the Yellow Jackets.
And it was.
And we're going to turn the ball back to the Wolves early here in the second quarter. Maya Easter handles the ball up top. They move it back and forth. Looking for that in our zone. High post. Finds Robinson on the left wing. Back to Robinson on the left wing again. Ooh. High post action for the Wolves. She's going to kick it out to 21. 21's Christian, no good. Another offensive board. Another putback basket. Again, the full court pressure is back on. And when we, on a miss, if we get that rebound, the pressure's not going to be as hard either. Stepped out of bounds according to Sonny, so we're going to go back the other way. Wolves are going to handle the ball with a 20-9 lead here early in the second quarter. Done a really good job. They've not shot the ball well from distance. That 15-foot shot has been really good. Again, that's Robinson. You might remember her brother Ty. He's a freshman at UCA this year. He's also the coach's daughter, or she's the coach's daughter. Great job by Stevens all the way to the rim. Nobody stopped her. Layup did not go, and a rebound down to the Wolves. Missed by Robinson, offensive rebound. Offensive rebound again. That's Cook from Lake Hamilton. On the second try, she's going to go to the line to shoot 2.
And it hurts to say it. They just want it more on the boards right now. We're not putting bodies on people. We're not blocking them out. We're trying to out-jump them. We're trying to, and they're just, 24 is quick off her feet. She's very quick off her feet. She's long. I mean, she's aggressive.
Well, she was in the corner when the shot went up, but from the corner to the block, got position, got the first rebound, and once she was there, the second one was much easier. And they're doing that not from multiple spots on the floor. They are crashing the boards, and we aren't on either end.
And now they get a rebound on a free throw.
Free throw rebounds are
offensive rebound on a free throw.
Not my favorite. Finds the lane. Now we're outside to Robinson on the right side. Back up top. Swing all the way around. 8-footer comes out. Rebound comes down, this time to Bell Smith. There's Stevens. Going to handle the ball as a point guard.
Get her off her. Man. They just hammered her from behind.
And there's the foul. That's Deja Christian. So we're going to have the ball on the left sideline. 5:59 left to play. Need to find a bucket. It's been a minute. Ball goes out of bounds. Back to the Yellowjackets, but we're going to slide back to the backside of the half-court line.
Hit Addie.
Ball comes in to Melton and then Reed. She's got the ball at the top. There's Stevens up top. Reverses the ball to Smith. We keep retreating.
Yeah, the ball's continually gotten further from the basket.
Yep, we're back to half court now. 14 left on the shot clock. Stevens off her shoe.
And they just got out hustling the ball again.
Great job by Stevens not giving up an easy layup.
That was going to be a backcourt on us if we touched it. You have to go touch that ball. You have to go get that backcourt call. And I don't know what we did there, but we didn't go get that back. And Lake Hamilton hustled. She dives on the floor for the ball, and it turns into a 2-on-1, and they get fouled, and she's made the first free throw.
Something else I'm noticing about Lake Hamilton, and again, they are the top of the league. They've been the top of the league all year long, but they're very deep. They're going 10, 11 girls deep in the first half.
He's 10 already.
Robinson makes both free throws and jogs off. New line change for the Wolves. Ball in the hands of Stevens. Kicks ahead to Bell Smith, who's going to fire 3. Great job. We did crash that time. It just came down in the hands of the Wolves.
Yeah, Lily hustled down.
Lily and Melton both were there. Another 12, 13-foot pull-up jumper basket for the Wolves. Interesting fact about this arena, they don't have goals hanging from the ceiling. Everything is rolled. Grumette's able to keep the ball after a bobble. First to the floor. Ball's going to be back in the hands on a alternating possession. Ball back to the Wolves. For the first time in a minute, they're going to set up a set. Skip all the way to the corner. Great reversal by the Wolves. Chance to steal that ball, but weren't able to get it
kind of
again.
Floated a little bit, but it just got there just a half a step ahead of Addie.
Another reversal by the Wolves is there in the corner. Another skip. Long 2-point. Offensive rebound comes off to Lily Reed. She rips down the rebound. 26-9 is the score halfway through the second quarter. Find Melton under the basket. Unable to make the basket. Rebound comes down to the Wolves, and they're back in quick transition. Ball on the left wing. That's Sophie Puckett. Back upstairs. Find the left side. Ball comes off. Melton with a big rebound.
On the backside by Kinley.
Kinley Melton, great position, did a great job blocking out, and was able to tear that one down. Putting the ball back in the hands of the Yellowjackets. Currently on the right wing with Grimmett. Back up top to Stevens. Again, though, we're starting our offense at half court. There we go, Grimmett.
Now, this is what we did to them at home.
Great hustle. Rebound comes down to number 11. That's Grayson Hurley. 3-point shot by number 1 off the front of the rim. Able to get her own. Looks like Coach Brakebill is going to call a timeout. Again, the Wolves are checking in with a line change. So 10 or 11 girls deep for the Wolves.
Right.
First to the floor every time there's a ball on the floor. Our offense is starting at half court. Theirs is starting below the free throw line.
It's starting at half court with 24, 25, 23 to go on the clock, on the shot clock. So they're pressuring us in the backcourt. We're having to really work to get it across half court. And then when we do get it across half court, we got to really work just to get to the three-point line. And that's the tenacity of their defense. And I'm telling you, we've been coming over here for years. Between Sierra and Marissa both, I've been coming over here for 6 or 7, 8 years now. And Lake Hamilton at home girls are a much different beast. Their defense goes up 3 notches when they come home. So it's and then the Razorbacks under Mike Anderson, the Razorbacks were that way. They could turn it up at home because they got called fouls on them on the road, right? Uh-oh.
Ball comes into Stevens.
That was close.
Good balance. That's Grimmett going to handle the ball up top as we work our way down this time to Stevens. First time we've taken a try on the ball screen work that we had so much success with at our place. Melton does a great job cutting off the Wolves on the baseline. Wilson almost gets the steal inside. Foul on the Wolves, going to go back to the Yellowjackets.
And I'll tell you, for everybody on this Lake Hamilton team that has made those 12 and 14 footers, Kristen has struggled from inside the paint. She has struggled to put one down for Lake Hamilton, so she's about the only one that. And then she got frustrated, was in good position to get that rebound, and then she fouled because she was a little frustrated. So
we're on an 8.5-minute streak of no points for the Yellowjackets. We need a bucket. Lily Reed's going to look and see if she can find it right now. Finds her way to the elbow. Comes out. Rebound down to the Wolves. Transition is going to reset the Wolves back up top.
Another skip. Wide open 3.
Off the backside. Ainsley Stevens gets the rebound because she was in the right spot. Great block out by Ainsley Stevens. Guards that rebound make me happy.
And you see, and so for good rebounding guards are the ones that come flying in and crash the boards. They come out of nowhere.
Great body control.
Yep.
Get to a spot, get around.
Steve Nash was so good at that, back in the day.
Turnover, Yellowjackets. Again, the Wolves are going to use a timeout to protect possession. 26-9. Hamilton leads in their arena. We're at 1:45 left to go in the first half. While we're here at this break, I want to mention some folks in the Sheridan School District that probably need some positive today because they worked their tails off. Our transportation department and our maintenance crew have done a fantastic job over the last several days getting us ready to be back at school today. It was so nice to see all the kids. the puzzle that is the snow bus routes. I can't imagine being in charge of that. But I think we got everybody to school and home today safely.
I put myself out there on a lot of stuff, and I would never put myself out there on the snow routes, the snow bus routes.
Well, big thank you to all of the transportation department, the drivers, the logistics people there in the maintenance building, and then the maintenance crew to have our building safe for everybody to get in and out of today. So huge thank you to those folks in the district.
Hey, and the parents as well that are very, they're patient, they're understanding. That we all know that we're going through some stuff. This is a historic weather event we had this week. So back to basketball.
Yeah, as we come back into basketball, that was Maylee Robinson. She's able to back down and get a layup. Stretch the lead to 28-9, 1:25 left to play. That's Grumette. Brings it back up top to Stevens. Reversal all the way around, this time to Reed. Reed's going to attack, find a gap, and find a foul.
They're going to give her 2 shots, and I'm going to go ahead and say it because hopefully it works out as how the announcer's curse goes. Sheridan hasn't scored in the second quarter, so maybe this opens the floodgates. So, right. Here we go. Lily shooting 2.
First one falls off the left. One more for Lily Reed.
Belle Smith checks in for Kinley Melton.
All right. That's going to stretch the Sheridan score to 10. Double digits here.
Walk.
28-10. Ball's in the dunk spot down low on the right side for the Wolves. Sheridan's kind of picked up their defensive pressure, looks like a little bit. Belle Smith with a tip. Three ball comes out.
No.
Big rebound that time by number 24, Sanaya Cook. Put back bucket. Lily Reed's going to handle the ball, going to find herself in a trap. Oh, we didn't find her on the other elbow. Ball stays with the Yellowjackets. They did reset the shot clock when they shouldn't have. That's a 2-point shot by Grumette for a bucket. She'd give her 2.5 as far back as she was.
Right.
30-13. Shot clock is off. Haley Ferguson matches R3 with one of her own. 33-13. 8 seconds left to play in the half. Got that one away a little bit early. All right, we go into halftime. 33, Lake Hamilton, 12, the Yellowjackets. The defensive pressure, if you weren't at the game at our place, the defensive pressure in this game looked different in the first half. They were on us from the tip. As Mike's getting the stats ready for the first half for the girls' game.
There's not a whole lot to talk about. It's 12 points in the first half. Lily's all scores with 4. That sounds. I didn't even want to say it, right? So she's the leading scorer with 4. Belle Smith's hit a 3. Addie and Ainsley both have a bucket, and Mason is 1 for 2 from the free throw line. Excuse me. The story of the game. We've got 10 turnovers that I've accounted for. I'm sure maybe I've missed some. So 10 turnovers and 2 assists. Now, in our minds, kind of a coaching mind, I almost count offensive rebounds as turnovers. If you do that, oh goodness,
right.
It's
They've got 33 points on the board, and there's no doubt in my mind that half of those or more have been after the first miss.
Second, third chance points.
Yep.
Yeah, so what we'll do now is we'll put our sponsors up on the board. We'll thank all of them again. We're going to take a little bit of a break for a minute, and we'll come back with a few minutes to go in the halftime and regroup and get ready for the second half.
Sounds
All right, welcome back to Lake Hamilton Wolves Arena. As we go about a minute to go in halftime, the Lady Wolves are up 33-12 on the Lady Yellowjackets. I would have just loved to have been a fly on the wall in the locker room. 3 points in the second quarter. Not fun.
I think, especially after we had such a good showing at our place and did so well, I think they had to believe that they could get a win tonight. Had to believe they could. Like we said, we're in the second half now of the conference schedule, and these wins are so stinking important. The difference here is that the pressure has been amped up. The officials are letting them play, and then it's just about competition, about wanting the ball more, about wanting to get to the rim more, about getting the rebound more.
I want to get on the floor and get the ball. I want the ball. I don't care who you are. You're not going to beat me to the ball. I'm going to get the ball. If you're going to beat me to the ball, it's because you went through me. And that's the mindset you got to have, and that's what you want to see from the girls here in the second half. You want to see them, make a really good showing here in the third quarter, and see if we can make it a game in the fourth.
Here we go to start the second half. We're going to start the ball with the hands and the Wolves. We're going to stay in our 3-2 defense, and they're going to find the ball in the high post quickly. Kicks it back out, moves it around the top. Ball comes out off to Lily Reed. First rebound of the second half to Lily. Ahead to Bell. Bell's going to find Ainsley Stevens on the left side. Now to Grimmett on the right side. Still at the volleyball line up top, though. Backdoor, great job by Mason to get the backdoor cut. Unable to control the ball from one knee. Ball comes out to the Wolves.
But there she is hustling back in a tip. But it finds Robinson over on the left wing.
That's Bailey Robinson for three. Ahead to Grimmett at the three-point line on the far side. She makes it to the corner. There's Wilson handling the ball on the elbow. Back to Grimmett. Going to look for a way to get to the lane, hopefully. The fall is going to cause another turnover. That's going to be called a travel. And the ball is going to go back to the Wolves with 6:50 left to play in the third quarter. Number 5, Amaya Easter, is going to handle the ball as the point guard for the Wolves. Again, we're in a 3-2. Foul on Stevens.
That'll be her second. And listen, that's only the third foul called on us the whole game. I mean, like you said, they're letting them play. I think Lake Hamilton probably had 4 or 5 fouls called in the first half. I mean, they're letting them play. And as a player, you got to know they're letting us play.
Much better there. Had a crash by the guards from the top. That was Grimmett and Stevens. They were able to knock the ball out of bounds. Ball's going to come back into the Wolves on the baseline. Something we didn't say is the Wolves didn't miss a whole lot of shots inside the three-point line in the first half.
Correct.
They shot the ball really well. They played great defense. That's a formula for having a successful night. Ball on the left side, back up top, moves around the perimeter.
There's what you tell your team. They did it in the first half. Let's go do it in the second half.
Absolutely. Ball finds its way into the hands of Christian. Bucket for the Wolves, 38-12. Full court pressure continues. Here comes Grimmett. She's going to bring it across the half court. Offense begins with about 24 seconds left on the shot clock. As it rotates around the top, Lily Reed finds the ball on the far side right in front of our bench. She's going to handle it, look for a way to get all the way to the lane. Comes off the Wolves. Again in transition, here they come. Good job stopping the ball by Stevens. Entry pass in. Bucket by Cook. All right, as we swing across. Wilson finds her way all the way to the rim. Rebound Wolves.
Seems like a little bit of hand. She's a little push, but
Swing all the way around, baseline drive. Bucket Robinson.
Sheridan's going to call timeout. We'll take it with him real quick. We'll put our sponsors up on the board, and we will be right back with you.
All right, here we come back.
So as we come out of the timeout, come back to basketball and see if I can get the sponsors down there. Okay, we got it.
Scoreboard.
Oh, that's my fault. I only did half the job.
Here we go. We're back to it. Stevens with the ball. Right side, Bell Smith get a good rotation all the way to the left elbow. Back up top, Lily Reed for three. Comes off her hand clean. Splash bucket three for Lily Reed. Leading scorer now has 7.
So you go back to, if you give Lily any room at all, she's gonna light you up. It's just Lake Hamilton decided in the first half they weren't going to give her that room, right?
Great set drawn up or discussed there in the timeout. Another offensive board down to the Wolves. That's going to be about Lily Reed being in the right place, blocking out. Going to get a foul on the Wolves. So we're going to take possession of the ball with 4:20 left to go in the third quarter.
Yeah, you saw that girl. She got the rebound on. She kind of got around Lily on the first one, and Lily said, "Hey, I'm not letting you get around me the second time." She put a body on her, and that's the way you do it.
Stevens to Bell, Bell to Wilson. This time they bring it back to Stevens. Find Wilson on the cut. Skip pass to Lily Reed.
And one.
Don't get to say this very often, but a chance at a 4-point play. A bucket and the foul. Lily will get to shoot 1 free throw after the make. Again, if you give her room, she'll make you pay.
Now Lake Hampton's going to call timeout. I think he's going to maybe regroup a little bit, tell them, listen, I don't care what the score is. We came here to play a certain way. And on the flip side of that, you've got Lily's now shot 2, made 2 in a row. They said she got fouled on that one. So you hope that can be a little bit of a spark and see what happens coming out of the timeout.
Yeah, 42-18, but a really good little surge here to start the third offensively. We've got 6 points in the last 2 trips. Got a chance for a 4-point play. Like I said, not something we get to talk about very often in basketball. So we're going to take that look in just a second. We'll come back out of this timeout. We'll have a free throw opportunity. Might be a turn to see if we can put some full court pressure on them.
Right.
Do some things we need to do to get ready for Pine Bluff on Thursday.
Yeah, so at some point you got to put if you're gonna get back into this game all the way, at some point, whether it's 3/4 court or half court or even full court, you're gonna have to turn the pressure up and try to get some turnovers, right? So you gotta. We talk about it all the time. It's a stop and go get some points. It's a stop and go get some points. Problem is right now we need a lot of stops to go get a lot of points.
And I want to mention again, I just said it, but the other varsity game this week is going to be on Thursday night at Pine Bluff. That's a makeup game. We have our conference bye scheduled for Friday night, so we do not have a game Friday, but we will be in Pine Bluff on Thursday night for that league contest against the Pine Bluff Zebras. Be at Jack Roby Gym. They're still doing some building there on their high school. So Jack Roby at the junior high on Thursday night. If you can make it, we'd love to have you.
Lily did complete the 4-point play. She made her free throw and then go down, and we get that turnover.
Turnover and a stops, and now we're going to come back on offense with a chance to do exactly what we just talked about. Stops and baskets. And here comes the full court pressure again. Ball comes into Reed. Wolves kind of clear, so we're one-on-one. She's going to be able to handle that. Swing to Wilson. Takes it to the left side. Grimmett looks for a way in. Finds Melton, who finds the sideline.
Go up.
Back out to Grimmett. Now Wilson up top. Back to Grimmett on the right. Back to Melton on the right. Moving the ball around the perimeter well, not finding our way inside.
There's a big offensive board by Lily. Not a bad shot by Mason. She was open. Catches front end. Actually hit soft and gave Lily that opportunity. Lily did what we talked about. Lily came from the wing on that and crashed and got that offensive rebound. Goes back up with it, and here she goes to the free throw line to shoot 2.
First one's nothing but net. Again, we're kind of playing a 5-out type offense, so we don't have any rebounders in the lane right now. We're kind of playing a 5, what would look like a 5-guard set around the outside, so you have to rebound out of position, as Lily did. Offensive board turns into 2 free throws, 2 makes, 42-21. Ball moves around the top for the Wolves. That is Robinson, finds her way to the block. Yellowjackets all have their hands up, but I'm guessing they're going to say that we walked into the shooter.
I think he gave it to Kinley Melton.
Kinley Melton is charged with foul. Maylee Robinson from the Wolves is going to take the line, going to shoot 2. First one bobbles around and falls out.
She's just outside 15 foot.
She's been a sniper from 13 feet all night long.
No doubt about it.
All right, Robinson with one more. This time it goes down. Ball finds its way into Lily Reed. Again, it's going to be a clear out. Here comes the jump trap. Stevens did a great job. When the trap came, she retreated out of that. Both defenders stood up, and she went right by. Gets to the rim, gets fouled, and is going to shoot 2 free throws.
And that's something I think Ainsley needs to understand that she can do. I wish she would do it more. I wish she would be a little more aggressive going to the basket sometimes, because she can get to the basket almost at will.
And she's shown us all year long that she's just as good from the left side as she is the right side. Bell Smith's going to enter the game, going to give Lily Reed a break. Hope somebody will take that initiative to go be that rebounder. Stevens misses both of those. Ball comes down to the Wolves. Moves around the perimeter. That's Easter. Right side to Ferguson. Back in Ferguson's hands. Another touch and steal by Mason Wilson.
Oh, you can't give that ball up right there. That's tough.
Would have liked the spacing to be a little bit better there.
That's right.
If
Let Ainsley clear, and then let them pick you up, and then you dump it off to Ainsley right by the basket.
Hard to. Somebody told me once it's hard to throw and catch on the same set of boards on a basketball court.
That's right.
Turns into a turnover on the inbounds pass coming down for the Wolves. Kicks ahead to Easter, who's able to make the layup on the left side with her right hand. Stevens handles the ball. She's going to find Melton. Handles it with her left. Gets it across to Grimmett. Ball moves around the top. Stevens has it. Back to Grimmett at the logo. Swings. Ball screen work. Not sure how we missed that one. Stevens made a great entry pass. Ball's back around the top to the Wolves. Entry pass, layup, Wolves. Couple times tonight where we've had somebody on the wrong side of that post offensive player. We've been on the back side when we needed to have some type of deny. Grimmett from 15 feet. Elbow jumper falls off. Rebound to Robinson from the Wolves. Finds Easter in the corner. Ball out. That's Ferguson with the miss. Rebound comes down to Wilson. 47-21, last minute of the third quarter. Ahead to Stevens.
Good cut by Mason. Good left.
Just what a point guard's supposed to do. Find that cutter. Great pass by Stevens. Great finish with her left hand by Wilson. 2 points for the Yellowjackets. Ball moves around the perimeter again for the Wolves. Ferguson handles the ball up top. Easter flashes across. Melee Robinson gets to about 8 feet. Little push floater, 2-foot push floater.
And she's got 18 points.
Wilson's going to take the ball all the way to the corner, hand it off to Belle Smith. Moves around the perimeter again. That's ball in the hands of Melton. She finds Belle Smith up top. Shot clock is off. 3, 2. Wilson was aware. Comes off the backside. Much better third quarter.
So at the end of the third quarter, 49-23. Quarter left. Nobody's in foul trouble. I guess you see here in the fourth quarter what we're made of. Are we gonna just battle and try to claw our way back in and make a great showing in the fourth quarter? Your ultimate goal is to keep it under 30, so there's not a running clock and give yourself a chance. Because I'm going to guess, kind of like what Coach Kelly has told people in football in the history of Arkansas basketball, I'm going to guess that nobody's ever come back in the mercy rule once the clock starts running, right? So,
well, with 8 minutes left, if the mercy rule were to start, it seems like the referees start calling fouls for free throws. I don't know why.
That's crazy.
But it just seems like it's that way. And don't misunderstand me, this game's been called great so far tonight. It's been called fairly both ways.
Yeah.
I would have loved it for our team. I would have loved for it to have been called a little bit tighter.
A little tighter. What you see when they don't call it, what I see from some of the they play a lot of hands defense, and there's been a few times where Ainsley or Addie are trying to drive the goal, and they'll have their defender will have an arm straight with their hands straight on them, and that's what you want to see called, But it is what it is. Like I said, they've been completely fair. They've
100%.
It's been as far as that goes, a clean game, right?
As we jump in the fourth quarter, Sadie Krause finds her way to the floor.
Sheridan inbounds the ball into Lily Reed.
Grimmett, Lily Reed. That's Kinley Melton and Belle Smith on the floor for the Yellowjackets. Ball finds its way into the hands of Grimmett. Handles it on the left side. Ball moves around the perimeter.
Take her.
Again, just active hands by the Wolves.
And just reach.
Causes a turnover. Ferguson comes out of there with it. All the way to the elbow. She's going to kick back out. Off the front of the rim. Deja Christian with the rebound, the offensive putback, and the and one opportunity. Deja Christian lines it up at the free throw line. Left-handed shooter. Leaves it way short.
Lake Hamlin gets the free throw, offensive rebound again.
Hustled by the Wolves. Little punch out. Taken right in front of the scorer's table. Turns into a turnover. Melton says, I want it. Gives it back to Grimmett. Grimmett's going to take it all the way to the elbow. Kick out to Lily Reed. Finds her way all the way into the lane and gets the foul called. Got all the way to the Lake Hamilton logo there in the middle of the lane. She's going to shoot 2. 7:02 left to play in the game. 51-23, Lake Hamilton leads at their place. Lily Reed lines up the first free throw, and it's good.
She's now made 4 free throws, so she's...
Feels like she's shooting the ball with a little bit more arch tonight than I've seen over the last couple games. Not quite as flat, giving it a big chance on soft shooter's roll right there for the second one. Looks good coming off her hand tonight. 51-25, 6:57 left to play. Hamilton moves the ball around the top of the key as the Yellow Jackets stay in their 3-2 defense. 21 for the Wolves. That's Deja Christian. She slips in to the middle of the lane, gets a good pass, and makes that layup. Stretches the lead to 29 for the Wolves. Grimmett to Bell Smith. Melton to Grimmett. Bell Smith's three-pointer is blocked. Block ahead to Wolves number 0, Jamie Palmer. Jamie Palmer gets bumped, and she's going to shoot free throws.
Foul on Lily. That's her first. Shooting 2. Lake Hamilton has it as her second. I don't remember the first one, but possession right before that one. Okay. That's right. On the offensive rebound.
All right, subs into the game. For the Yellow Jackets, the new lineup is going to be Mason Wilson. It's still Kraus, Stevens, Reed, and Melton. Into the game for Lake Hamilton, sophomore Zoe Pennington. And Sophie Puckett makes her way back into the game for the Wolves. That's Pennington on the right side. She kicks it around. Again, ball moves around the perimeter. Melton does a really good job cutting off that baseline.
She does.
She takes really good angles and uses that line as an extra defender. Out of bounds to the Yellow Jackets. I don't know that you give Melton a steal for that, but definitely her defense caused that turnover.
That's right.
Ball's going to be up top. Mason. Mason's going to find Melton, who's taking it all the way. Great hustle by Melton off the glass.
Gets her own rebound and goes right back up with it.
That's that competitive spirit that we're talking about.
Yes.
Great job by Melton to get those 2. And then 0, Jamie Palmer takes it all the way down, makes the layup. Lead stretched to 30. 5:05 left to play in the game. That's Stevens. Moving the ball around the perimeter yet again. Lily Reed's going to take it. Finds her way into the lane. Two chances there. Misses the first one, gets her own rebound. Second one's a bucket. Again, Palmer's going to go all the way. Again, we don't stop the ball. Coach Brakebill wants to talk it over. That's 2 trips in a row that we did not do a very good job stopping the ball in transition.
That's right. Yes, because Palmer just took it coast to coast. So someone either needs to get her, stand in front of her, jump on her back.
As we take this break with 4:30 left to play, sponsors on your screen. Again, with the amount of lack of traffic, I guess, because of weather, please go see these local businesses, these local vendors. Support all our local businesses after everything's been kind of quiet for the last week or so with all the snow.
I can speak for us. We sustained quite a bit of damage during the ice, so we're trying to recover from that. We're putting our roof back up and trying to get production back going. So we've got most of our production back as far as pipe cutters and stuff with our welders. So be with them as we don't have a lot of work for them right now as we build back, and but hopefully here pretty quick we'll have them back going. So thank you to Stockton Equipment. We've rented a few pieces of equipment from him this week, from Justin. So
I bet he sold some generators this week.
I bet he's sold all kinds of stuff this week.
Chainsaws.
Probably no lawnmowers or weed eaters, but so.
All right, as we come back out, 59-29, 4:30 left to play. Yellow Jackets are going to have the ball on their baseline. Ball's going to move around the top of the key. Looking for the slice cut, the flex cut. Ball goes through the hands of Lily Reed, comes out to Zoe Pennington. She's going to give it up. And now it's on the right side baseline. Does not get through the small gap. Turnover steal by Lily Reed. She's
Good
going to
job
handle
right
the
there
ball.
by Mason and Lily to trap that baseline. Cause the turnover.
Great skip pass, Lily Reed to Mason Wilson.
Another great offensive rebound by Kinley Melton.
Man, that's big time. Big rebound and a putback for 2 more for Melton. Ball swings around the top this time for the Wolves. That's number 2, Sophie Puckett with a 3-point basket for Lake Hamilton. Stevens handles the ball. New play called. Going to move the ball now. Melton on the left wing instead of the right. Kraus had the baseline cut.
She was there.
Yep. That's Wilson handling the ball up top. Finds her way all the way to the logo. Little spin move off the side of the rim and out of bounds to the Wolves. Subs come in for the Wolves. Subs come in for Sheridan. Last 3:10 left here to play. We have sophomore Abby Barbary. Riley Umholtz. Carrie Turner.
Violet McCurley.
Ashton Dugan.
And Ashton Dugan, yeah.
Yep. Want to make sure we get them named here on the floor as the 5 Yellow Jackets, the future, the young ladies. Here we go. Ball handled by Violet McCurley. Going to stay with the Yellow Jackets on the right side. Again, going to stay with the Yellow Jackets on the right side. Abby's going to bring the ball in for the Yellow Jackets. Turnover, going to end up in the hands of Zero Palmer from the Wolves. That's Zoe Pennington. She's going to turn the ball over with a steal by Violet. Head to Umholtz. Handled at the top. That's Umholtz on the left side.
Carrie Turner to Abby Barbary. 11-10. Shot from 3 by Ashton Dugan.
Shot looked good off her hand.
It did.
Just a little bit short.
Great hustle by
Great
Abby.
hustle. Talked earlier about being first to the floor. That was that right there.
Yeah, so great hustle by Abby Barbary right there to get that offensive rebound. Get down on the floor to go get it. From the ground, has the wherewithal to just flip it up to Carrie, and Carrie goes hard to the basket and gets fouled.
Carrie Turner's going to shoot 2 free throws. First one's just short. Coach Breakbill's talking to the girls about what their defensive look is going to be. Second free throw's up. Rebound comes down to the Wolves. Clock is running. We're under a minute. Back outside. Rebound Turner. The alternating possession arrow is going to give the ball back to the Wolves underneath.
.30 seconds to go with the running clock.
Baseline ball in the hands of Zero. She's going to move it. If I only get to play in the last 3 minutes of the fourth quarter, I'm shooting that ball.
Yeah, no, you can't. Can't give it up.
All right, from the free throw line, 15-footer, number
Ashton
32,
Dugan.
Ashton Dugan with the bucket.
Coast to coast.
Trail 3 chance. Looks like it got blocked. And we're going to call the game right there. So as the game wraps and we shake hands, I think what we take from tonight is the pressure defense was too much for us tonight. The break probably didn't help either team. I like what you said early. Defense plays better after than offense, and their defense was ready for us tonight. I think we have to remember that we were in this game at our place up until the very end, in case we see these guys again at some point down the road.
At this point, it'd just be the playoffs, right? In the playoffs, if and ending up on the same side would be, it'd be interesting to see what happens again. So
between games here, we're going to let the Lake Hamilton Wolves do a little bit of presentation. Victor Easter, senior point guard for the Lake Hamilton Wolves, kind of their leader this year. He's getting recognized at center court right now as a 1,000-point scorer for Lake Hamilton. There with Coach Pennington and Coach Johnson from the Wolves. Looks like his gifts tonight include a basketball, maybe a framed photo, and a plaque. So scoring 1,000 points in your high school career is a big deal.
it is.
Some
people say, you've seen it a lot more here in the last few years with the advent of the shot clock. You got to get more shots up. So,
and the fact that a lot more freshmen are playing and getting that fourth year to have a chance to score.
That's right. So,
yep.
To recap a little bit for us, Lily is the leading scorer, 17 points. Then you got Kinley had 4, Bell had 3, Mason had 3, Ainsley and Addie both had 2. So rebounds, you got Lily led with 5 rebounds. You got Kinley with 3. She has a couple of big offensive rebounds there in the second half. And again, the story for us, a lot of it was turnovers. We had a lot of turnovers, especially in the first half. Cleaned it up in the second half. So what you take from that game as you move forward is you hope you take some of the good stuff from the second half that you started to build and you move on and get ready for Pine Bluff.
Well, it's the same thing that we talked about when the game started. The things that kept us in the game and gave us a chance to win at home was not giving up second chance points and protecting the basketball. And tonight, we didn't do those things as well, and it showed.
That's right. And those are the big things night in and night out, that you've got to do those things to be able to stay in the game. And when you don't do those things against a team as good as Lake Hamilton, it's going to show up there on that scoreboard, right? So, like I said, Coach Breakbill gets them. We try to get back after it, get back inside, get back in the gym tomorrow, and prepare for Pine Bluff on Thursday. So,
breaking NBA news, James Harden to Cleveland. They just announced he's going to go to Cleveland, and guard Darius Garland is coming to wherever James Harden used to be. The Clippers, maybe?
Clippers, I think.
Okay,
I think the Clippers, yeah.
So, obviously, I'm not a huge NBA guy, but if it pops up on my phone on ESPN, I figured I'd tell the listeners about it in case y'all hadn't seen that
I
yet.
thought you were breaking that news. I thought maybe.
I am not James Harden's agent.
All right, so we got about 8 minutes before the boys' game starts. We'll take a little break right here, and we will come back to you with a few minutes before the game starts with the starting lineups. All right, we're back to Lake Hamilton Wolves Arena, getting ready for the boys' game. 35 seconds to go before the start of the starting lineups are announced. So we'll take a minute. Charlie, you got some.
Yeah, this is always one of my favorites. Coach Scott, as we know, is a game planner and a get ready and knows everything about his opponent ahead of time. The only team coach that I know that even closely resembles that is Scotty Pennington and the Wolves. It's kind of interesting the things that mirror. Scotty's had 2 boys come through his program that are now playing college basketball. Coach Scott has kind of watched and seen some of that as those boys were a little bit older, but their battle across from us tonight is going to be something I'm going to watch from the tip.
It's a lot of fun to watch. It's a lot of fun to watch. It's almost like when you see a Calipari and a Krzyzewski on
It's
the
a chess
sideline
match.
when they're trying to outduel each other.
It's a chess match. They run great stuff. They have to change the names of the stuff tonight because they know and they prepared so well.
Right.
So here comes the
So
Yellowjackets.
here's our starting lineups for the Sheridan Yellowjackets. Beckett Scott, DJ Trotter. I think we have the same starting lineup. I think our big guys are back. Jace Gatlin. Junior Dawson Griffin coming back from a little bit of an ankle. I think yesterday was his first full day back at practice. So the break actually probably did him a little good.
Absolutely. I had those notes as well.
And then senior Lane Bickford, who you remember hurt his wrist at Benton, and same thing. He's back 100%. So
you never like taking a week and a half off in the middle of your season, but if you have to, giving a chance to get your bigs, your starters back was a great time for that break.
No doubt about it. Because we saw the difference without them on the court at Benton, right? We can say what we want about some other stuff, but when Lane went out, we get smaller. When Dawson hurt his ankle and was limited a little bit, it made a huge difference. And those 2 guys being off the court are a game changer for Sheridan.
Same thing at Texarkana. We turn around right behind it and play Texarkana. And not having those rim protectors, I didn't realize the value. I know they do tons of great stuff, but the rim protection is super important, and we'll get that back tonight.
I think Lane played a little bit, but he was limited, and his limited mobility in his wrist.
Huh? Patent leather? You like that? Huh? Yeah.
Okay, so we should be back. Bear with us. We're having a little bit of technological issues with our laptop.
We are back. So we are back. We didn't miss a whole lot. Game's tied 5-5, 2:24 left to play. Number 12 has 6 of the 8 points for the Wolves. Anderton came in, made the first 3. I got to be honest, I didn't see our second bucket.
Jace.
There's Beckett Scott for 3 to tie the game back here. Kind of a new start, fresh go here for us. Wilson Reed has drawn the defensive challenge of staying in front of Easter. Remember, he had a great show at our place, and so he's earned that right. Got a rebound. Ooh. All right, so we're at 8-8 with 1:41 left to play in the first. number 12, Eli McCain. Right before we lost signal, he got fouled on a three-point shot, made all 3 of those free throws. He's made a 3 from the right side, so that's 6. Now shooting free throws again. Yellowjackets, like I said, Anderton came into the game and quickly made a three-pointer. And then also Jace Gatlin with a 2 for the first 5 for the Yellowjackets. And then Beckett Scott just made a 3 off an assist from Wilson Reed to make it 8-8. Now 9-8 for the Wolves. 1:41 left to go in the first.
So now I will have missed a lot of stats while this was going on, so my stats won't. I may not even worry about it the rest of the game because they're going to be so bad off. So we'll see her talk the game, and Beckett driving to the basket right there.
Beckett Scott with a turnaround jumper, great feet. Little 12-foot fadeaway jumper for the bucket. Sheridan's first lead of the night, 10-9. 1:19 left to play. We've had several point-blank looks tonight.
Oh, good hustle.
Smart play by number 2, Jace Bohannon. He was on his way out of bounds. Threw the ball off of Beckett. Here we go. Ball comes into Easter. Wilson Reed again on that defensive line. Ball moves around the top all the way to the corner. Great job by Anderton. Steal ends up in the hands of Jace Gatlin. Ahead to Wilson Reed in transition for the 3 look.
Great rotation on that ball. Good look by Jace.
Jace being a three-point shooter, he sprinted in the trail 3 look, but Wilson caught it just right. Came off his hand, perfect splash 3 for the Yellowjackets. Great job, Wilson Reed.
Walk. Definitely a walk.
Turnover ends up in the hands of Beckett Scott. He's going to get the steal ahead to Jace Gatlin, who gets banged, and he's going to shoot 2 free throws.
So the Yellowjackets are out running tonight. They're trying to push. They're trying to force the issue a little bit. They're trying to break every time they get a chance. That one right there, such a great look. Jace gets to the basket and goes up strong, gets hit. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
All right, Coach Pennington's on the far side trying to sell a call for later on in the game as Jace Gatlin starts shooting his free throws, makes the first.
So evidently Coach Pennington thinks kind of like I do. I don't think this ref knows what a walk is. That's what he's trying to teach him, right? He's trying to
Jace steps into the second 3 of the night. The second free throw. Leaves this one just short. Great hustle by Anderton, but the ball does come down to the Wolves. 14-9, shot clock's off to end the first quarter. Pennington's going to call 1 play, looking for 1 shot to finish the first quarter. Ball in the hands of Easter at the top as he handles it. Wilson Reed allows him to dribble up top.
set the high screen to get Dawson away from the goal. And
12 in the corner, off the front. Jace Gatlin gets to take 2 dribbles.
oh,
Great job by Jace knowing the clock. That rule is how many ever seconds are left is how many dribbles you can take.
right.
Pushes out to the half court and takes a really good look.
If I'm Coach Pennington, I had a little bit of a heart attack there. Number 2 for Lake Hamilton was chasing Jace down. And as Jace went to shoot that, he swatted down. You run a huge chance of a referee on the body side of Jace seeing that, and now you're giving him 3 free throws, which they didn't call because, they don't know what a walk is. They're not going to call that, right?
You're being silly. We get out of the first quarter, 14-9 Yellowjackets after a really slow start by both teams. The scoring will amp up for sure. Both of these teams have some talented scorers. Both coaches are in their huddles right now, making some fine-tune adjustments for the second quarter.
This game is usually a lower scoring game anyways because of the familiarity with each other. They know what each other's running. They've run it so hard in practice. I mean, the players all know what's coming.
We're not going to get the easy backdoor plays.
That's right.
That we share with them, and they run all year long too.
And so that's where you have to have your guys be basketball players and not robots. Just because we're able to do this is what we practice. Do it in practice. You got to be able to make that change on the fly and just be a basketball player.
What we may not have seen a whole lot of in the first quarter, Dawson Griffin looks healthy. He's getting up and down the court really well. I don't know that he made a bucket in the first, but he got acclimated back into the game. So we're going to see how the second quarter starts.
Changed a few shots defensively.
Absolutely. Beckett Scott gets the nail, leaves it for Dawson, and Dawson's going to let that one go through his hands. Maybe he's all the way there physically, but needs a little bit more time mentally. He'll get there. 14-9, Yellowjackets. Easter again with the ball in his hands. Hear that a lot this evening. Pounds the ball around the top as we move it around. Out of bounds for the Wolves. Out of bounds for the Wolves, and quickly another sub. Again, kind of mirror images. Make a mistake on our end. Quickly, Coach Scott makes that sub, and then same thing happens on the other end. Coach Pennington turns and makes that sub as well.
And this is a game, and listen, these guys are coached hard all year long, all summer long, all off season. They're coached hard. They know the expectations, and then they know the expectations and the importance of this game with Lake Hamilton. It's a huge game for both sides, so they know what's up.
Ball crashes in. Entry pass to a high post. Lane Bickford turns over his left shoulder, makes the layup. High screen work for the Wolves.
Rebound by Jace.
Jace is able to come out with the ball, transition quick. That's Anderton in the far corner. Skip to the top. Beckett Scott unable to get around Easter. Leaves it for Wilson Reed on the left side. This one's a little bit short.
Great hustle by EA.
Another one of those rebounds we like to talk about. Guard rebound from out of position. Great job. Beckett's got a big on him. This time it turns into a turnover. Out to Easter in transition. We're going to call a foul on 11 from the Wolves. We're going to call a foul on 11 from the Wolves.
No, he called it on Lane. Lane was getting stomped on the face, and
we're kind of trying to process and see what we have here. We're going to sub. All right, so as the play ends, what we've got is a foul on Lane Bickford, a common foul on Lane Bickford, ball going to the Wolves. Dawson Griffin back in the game. Gave the Lake Hamilton student section a little bit to yell about. Oftentimes, I think that would have been called a double foul. Anderton with another big-time rebound. Out to Beckett Scott in transition. Skip pass. Wilson Reed for two, I think.
He called it a three.
They gave him a three. I thought his foot was on the line, but we'll take it. That's two transition threes for Wilson. Both times off great passes. One from Gatlin, now one from Beckett.
That's right.
And Wilson's back in that defensive look. Guarding Easter. Ball screen work from the Wolves. I would have loved for Beckett to take that charge. Jace Gatlin, another guard rebound ahead to Anderton. He's going to go all the way into a bump and bucket. Great job going right into the chest of number 11, Hudson Davenport from the Wolves. Great job by Anderton getting to the rim.
Going into him, forcing him to make a play. So Coach Pennington had seen all he could see, and he's forced to call timeout. Now I'll say this, having been at home, being right down there at the table, I wasn't working the game that night, but I was behind the table, being able to listen to what the coaches were saying. And when EA came in the game and would get the ball in his hand, Coach Pennington would yell to his team, "Let him do whatever he wants to do." Had zero confidence that, gave him zero respect. Ultimately, EA made a couple of big plays in that game, getting to the basket and making free throws. But tonight, comes in, hits that three, has gotten some major rebounds, and then goes down and hits that, gets that coast to coast on the run out right there. And hey, EA's having a heck of a game.
off to a great start. Has a big rebound on both ends, an offensive and a defensive board. Again, made the first three of the game to kind of get us started. And then just now went straight into the chest of their biggest guy on the floor, 6'4" senior, a guy named Hudson Davenport. Went straight into his chest. Block it if you want to, but I'm going to the free throw line if that happens.
I'm going to the basket. I'm going hard. And hey, Davenport did a good job. He went straight up, kept his spot, but EA just was tough getting to the basket. That was awesome.
Also, a little positive here. We got the had the foul on Lane that kind of was a weird. Could have been a chance to change the momentum a little bit.
Yep.
We came right back, got a rebound on a great defensive trip, and then kept the offensive going. So here we go. Easter up top with the basketball again. Wilson Reed has that assignment. Great defense, bigger bucket.
Yeah, no, that was great defense.
Wilson Reed almost touched that basketball. Ends up being a bucket by Easter. This time he beats Beckett Scott to the spot, so Beckett has to pull up a little bit. There's Jace from 15, backside, should have a rebound opportunity. Comes down to the Wolves.
I think Dawson's going to have a chance to get that rebound and caught that second bounce.
Yep.
On the rim.
We're going to swing out to Davenport on the right side, leaves it a little short. Off the hands of the Wolves, going to come back. Going to go back to the Yellowjackets. That was Eli McCain from the Wolves that came in late trying to get that rebound. 21-12, Yellowjackets lead. 4:34 left to go in the first half. Beckett Scott gets all the way.
Oh, what a look.
My goodness.
And there's EA again. So
Yep.
Beckett to EA. Here's where I wish we would have missed so much the first quarter with technical difficulties, because this would be a really great stat night.
Well, I like that Beckett Scott got there and found EA, but it's also super important that EA was there.
That's right. In the right spot. Great defense by EA. Rips down the rebound. Pushes
He's going
it.
to do it again. He's going to do it again. Bucket. Tonight's his night so far.
That's right. That's right.
And Anderton said, I'll earn my respect tonight, and he's
That's
doing
right.
a fantastic job in all aspects of the game. Going to have another chance right here.
There he is on the help. Jace
Skipped
gets
it.
out to cover.
Davenport off the backside.
Rebound by Dawson.
Griffin gets the rebound, but it helps where Anderton was. Great transition
yeah.
look. Falls off the edge of the rim. Great job. We're going to take everybody to Easter. Ooh. They're going to call a foul. Took everybody to Easter with a chance to stop the ball. Easter gets to the rim.
They called that one on EA. So
Foul on
first.
23 on Anderton.
Be his first.
Easter to shoot 2 free throws and everybody a chance to catch the breath. 25-12, fast-paced, breakneck speed.
Yes.
3:34 left to play in the half.
And there's been plenty of years where Lake Hamilton would want to play this style, and I don't know if this is the year that you want to play this style against Sheridan.
They've had a couple good looks. They're doing a good job finding the open three, but so far they haven't fallen, other than the one early by McLean. Easter makes both of his free throws, cuts the lead to 11. 25-14, Yellowjackets lead. Ball in the hands of Beckett Scott. Starting the offense early in the shot clock. Dawson Griffin looking to get hot. Going to go to work. Fade away.
Don't fade.
Ball out of bounds. Going to be ball out of bounds to the Wolves. Oftentimes when the referees are kind of agitated at a player, one of the best things a coach can do to get a little bit of love is to take that player out.
Right.
I think that's what happened there. Now he's got Lane Bickford back on the floor. I'm sure Lane's ready to battle it down low. Ball up top. That's Easter handling the ball. Shot clock at 20. They have definitely slowed the game down. Illegal screen.
I think he said the ball bounced on that end line. So
the pass hit the end line.
Yep.
I can't remember the guy's last name, but this hammer pass they're throwing to that corner, there was a guy at Bauxite named Ben Gordon was his name. That was the guy who always was the recipient of that. I think he plays in the Orioles organization now.
Oh, really?
Yep. Yellowjackets back with the ball, moving it around the top. Beckett Scott's shot is blocked. It's going to go off of Lane Bickford and go out of bounds. 25-14, 11-point lead. 2:35 left in the half. Yellow Jackets have stayed in their pack line man defense. Wilson Reed has been asked to stay in front of Easter. Ball
Another
comes
up
off.
front
This
of
time the rebound's going to be Wilson Reed.
Looking up. Got
Ends up
away
in the
with it.
hands of Beckett Scott. Jace Gatlin. I would have loved for Lane to flash right there.
Would have been nice to just flash. And
Big post
right.
right in the middle. I think he would have got the ball pretty quick. Going to get it in. Tough pass. Lane with a great catch and dish. There's Beckett to the corner. Jace Gatlin for three. I think everybody was kind of planning on that to be a two-man game.
That's
Beckett and Lane, and Jace snuck in and found the soft spot for the three. Again, Wilson Reed doing his job in front of Easter, getting the ball out of Easter's hands.
I mean, you can see why he was 1,000
Rebound
point
Anderton.
And Wilson is doing a great job on him.
Anderton, Jace Gatlin peels off for the three. It's going to be short. It's going to be short. Joe Scott asked him to go to the rim next time. 14-point lead for the Yellow Jackets. That ball's out. Beckett Scott on the run. Going to speed it ahead. That's Wilson Reed. What a dish.
Oh!
What a dish. We didn't make that layup with the
12
right
got
hand.
a little piece of it.
Easter for three. Bucket, 28-17, 11-point lead is back in place. Under a minute to go. At least 2 possessions left. Easter takes a gamble. Now he's behind the play. Wilson Reed goes floater baseline, goes long. Unable to get that ball. They're going to have a chance to go 2 for 1 here or play for a last shot with very little time left to go.
Well, coach was pushing him, trying to get him to go, so I think they wanted the 2 for 1.
3-point basket, this time by McClain on that left side. 8-point lead, 20 seconds to go. Shot clock is off. Run and jump option. Skip pass across to Jace. Back up top with 10 seconds to go. Here comes the set. Beckett Scott handles the basketball all the way to Anderton. Anderton got to shoot it. Play kind of broke down, but we had a look. Doesn't make that basket. We're 28-20 Yellow Jackets going into halftime, going into the locker room.
Very good first half of basketball. Lake Hamilton at home, they're a tough team. They're going to make that little bit of a push. You're going to have to really, really play mistake-free if you're going to run them out of their gym, right? And so, because they're just like a very well coached, very disciplined. So, the great things, EA, all over the place defensively, rebounds, getting to the basket. You have Wilson playing lights out defense on the 1,000-point score Easter. Hit a couple threes, so Jason Beckett finding EA and Wilson,
Having confidence in them to do what they
right.
do.
And all this with your big guys are on the floor, but they haven't really been what we've seen so far this season as far as, Dawson usually has 10 or 12, 15 points by now. Lane has 4 or 5 points, and so Lake Hampton's done a good job of kind of neutralizing them, but now the guards are taking over, and so it's been a very good first half of basketball for the Yellow Jackets, and it's going to be a barn burner, I think, finishing this game out.
Absolutely.
So we got about 9 minutes left in the half. We're going to take a little break. Thank you to our sponsors up on the board there, and we will be back with you in just a few minutes. All right, back to Lake Hamilton Wolves Arena. Both teams are out of the locker room. We're about a minute and a half from the start of the third quarter. Again, an exciting first half. The Yellowjackets jumped out and really came out hot, firing on all cylinders. Lake Hamilton clawed their way back in. I think took the lead from about 12 or 14 down to 8 right before the half. So, and you kind of expect that from them. But we'll see how we start out in the second half. And I expect it to be. I mean, when have these games not been barn burners? So
100%. I don't think the goal is to stop Easter, and I think Wilson's done a great job containing him. Don't misunderstand me. But you can't let the other guys beat you. Right. You can't let the shooter, number 12, McLean, or let Davenport get hot down low. You can't let those guys beat you. So, again, one shot. We've done a great job on the glass. One shot. Limit Easter's looks, but you don't have to completely stop him. But the other guys can't hurt you.
Easter loves to come down and make that hammer pass, right? And what Lane and Dawson make it really difficult on him to do, he's had it a few times, the shooter's over there, but the ball's not delivered in the pocket because Lane and Dawson on that help are coming over, and it adjusts where that pass has to come from, right? So that's another way that they've changed the game other than just putting the ball in the basket.
First look in a while where you've got both the bigs on the floor together.
I think you went back to starting 5. That's how we started the game.
Yep. Same with the Wolves.
So Beckett Scott, Dawson Griffin, Lane Bickford, Jace Gatlin, and DJ Trotter. And then we'll go ahead and get the sponsors out there. So Easter dumps it off. There's Beckett right there to steal it. So great defense by Beckett. Covering. Lob into the corner over to
Skip.
DJ.
That's DJ Trotter all the way to the lane.
Great take by DJ Trotter.
That's a great job getting to the lane. Very unselfish first trip for the Yellowjackets. Stretch that lead out to 10. Again, here we go again. You got Beckett Scott staying in front of Victor Easter. Easter's going to pull up from 3 off the back of the rim. Comes down. This time the Wolves are able to get the offensive glass. Entry pass. Great job again, rim protecting by Dawson Griffin. He's able to save it to Jace Gatlin.
Taps it, saves it to Jace. Here's Jace. Lane set that little pick at the top of the key for him. Hezzy.
Got to be strong there. Got to win this one. Got to win it.
Good battle. And Coach Scott calls a timeout.
We talked about that in the first game. You want to win the race to the floor. When the ball's on the floor and somebody's got to get there, you want somebody in your color jersey to be the first guy down. Lane Bickford was the first guy there.
And when the bigs are the first guys on the floor, that tells you something about what you've got in your kids and how hard those kids are working for you. So,
because he was there and gained that early possession, Coach Scott was able to call that timeout. We didn't call a whole lot of timeouts in the first half, so.
But I think they have the timeouts wrong because you remember there was a point where Coach Pennington saw enough and called a timeout. They still have him for 5 timeouts.
Well, if I go there, you're right, they do. Yep. So 10-point lead, 6:49 in the third quarter. Starters are going to come back out, going to get one of those baseline looks. I'm sure Coach Scott, like I said, has changed the name to this play, gave it some crazy number or something else, right? Because if he calls out a normal play.
Well, you get the timeout and you don't have to call it.
Ball comes in to Bickford. They tried the high-low post move there. Trotter. Griff.
He wants to give it to him.
Beckett for 3 from the top. Just nicks the rim.
DJ hustle Trotter. By DJ.
Great start to the third quarter for DJ Trotter. He did travel.
He might have traveled.
He did travel, yep. Great job by DJ. He's had the only bucket here in the quarter, and then he's had a couple big time looks and assists. That rebound. Great start for DJ here, being that hustle guy for us in the third quarter. Easter finds Davenport in the corner. Don't let him get it back. That was his shot. You can't go get your own shot. Ball finds his way. Shot clock is down to 10. That ball did not get rim. They're going to call a foul. Lots of weird stuff in that trip. I think we will settle to let 10 shoot the 15-foot jumper on a regular basis.
I agree.
That's 12, Eli McCain. Free
He's a shooter.
throws.
He's a shooter, so he's. You see Wilson Reed come in for Lane right now.
Lane just got his third foul. No, they did not give that foul to him.
Yeah, he's got 3. I've come to learn with the referees in our conference, they see us all so much. If Lane's anywhere in the vicinity, it seems like they give it to Lane, which is not real fair.
We got to teach some other guys to raise their hand quick. Lead cut to 8, 30-22. Yellowjackets still a lead with 5:59 left in the third. Beckett, Scott, and Easter at the top. Beckett's going to get it in. Oh, my gosh.
What a great cut, great pass.
That's something else you see in these games. They both always put in something new. I've not seen that one before. I heard Coach Scott giving a few little coaching points there at the end of that one because he wasn't sure that everybody was going to remember where to be. Great look. He didn't mean to. They called a kick on.
It ran into his foot.
Yeah, they called a kick on DJ there, but I'm going to stick with my statement. He didn't mean to. They threw it off his foot. Davenport to bring it in for the Wolves. Another tip by DJ. Shooter in the corner off the front. Ball comes down to Dawson Griffin, who throws it out of bounds. Dawson trying to get it out for the outlet pass to get the ball moving. It goes out of bounds. Back to the Wolves on the baseline. That's Davenport. Gets it in to Easter. Ooh. That's a kind of a hang and bang by Jace Bohannon. Basket for the Wolves. Dawson Griffin up top, going to take it in. Finds Jace Gatlin on the right side. Great block out that time by the Wolves. They just kept everybody away from the ball. Easter dancing up front. Gets into the lane. Hang and bang comes out. Going to be off Easter from the Wolves. Going to go back to the Yellowjackets. Dawson Griffin's going to get credit for that rebound.
So Coach Scott's going to go a little small right here. DJ will be his 5 now, 4 guards on the court. So,
yep, 5-guard look here for the Yellowjackets. Going to probably set this up some kind of put everybody on an island, let Beckett go to work. Beckett finds DJ. I don't know how somebody didn't make contact. And by somebody, I mean 3 of them.
Everybody.
Oh, DJ had a chance to get that one there. They're on the ground.
But he didn't want to leave the shooter. Hey, sir. Timeout first half.
So the same kind of thing happened on our end a moment ago. Coach Pennington and the Wolves calls a timeout when their guy has the ball on the floor. So with that being the case, we're going to take a 30-second break. Say thank you to our sponsors. Going to remind you, like I said, and like we said, we all have kind of been cooped up at home. When you get out to do anything this week, think about those small businesses local that need our support to stay open and do the things they do in our community, especially the ones that support us at the school on a regular basis. I want to tell them thank you, big. As we come back out to play, the 8-point lead and the ball in possession with the Wolves. Going to get a chance to draw something up. I see Coach Pennington throwing down his whiteboard over there right now. So we got something new from the side. Ball comes into Easter. Easter to Eli. The shooter swings the ball to Bohannon.
Walk.
We beat him to the spot and the travel is called. Yes, very good. Very good.
See, I'm glad Coach Pennington coached them up on calling travel.
Love it. I don't think that would have been a travel, except I think it was Beckett that got to that spot a little bit sooner than he did.
Right.
Now Easter trying to get Beckett to have to go right. Going to get the ball back up top. Uses that dribble handoff as a ball screen. Finds Anderton in the corner. He looks to Griff down low.
What a strong move. by Dawson.
And Dawson's able to get up, jog
Very
back down the
good.
floor. Big time over his left shoulder. Little baby hook action.
Walk
Ooh.
again, walk again.
That's going to be a travel again. That's going to be a travel. He had a plan, and there was a defender in his way. Sub's going to enter the game. This is Noah Lyles.
Our blue crew of 2 tonight.
Yeah, our
Is that right? Is our blue crew of 2?
Our student section is not as big as usual. I guess a lot of parents probably said, no, you're not driving with the ice still on the ground. Out front, Dawson Griffin going to work. Going to get all the way to the rim, bucket.
And you're going to see in a second, because it happened at Sheridan, number 20 is going to get frustrated in a minute. And he'll start making some little, he'll make some frustration fouls. So let's keep an eye on that.
Good dig by Jace. Gets the ball out of the shooter's hands, out of the scorer's hands. Eli McCain gets it back up top. Going to shoot from distance. Ball comes down. Battle for the rebound. It's out of bounds in the hands of Bohannon from the Wolves, so it's going to turn to the Yellowjackets. Wyatt Ray is going to take a seat. That's going to put Davenport on Dawson Griffin. There's going to be some physical down here, down low. Going to see what this looks like. Beckett Scott's going to handle the ball up top. Finds Anderton. As often when that play doesn't work, Coach Scott's first instruction is come down with it. In transition, Easter gets all the way to the bucket. The hoop and the harm. Going to be a and one opportunity for Easter from the Wolves. 10-point lead continues for the Yellowjackets. 2:40 left to play. Timeout. Coach Scott's going to call a full timeout.
Full timeout.
Full timeout's going to give us a minute.
That's right.
So the biggest difference I see here in the second half is the bigs. Right now, Dawson Griffin has kind of taken over the offensive piece. He's getting to the rim and putting the ball in the hoop.
Kind of asserted himself into this game. Probably, you maybe spent a little bit of the first half working that ankle out. I know he practiced yesterday. I think Coach Scott said he was a little tender at the end of practice. So, his first real action on his ankle since he hurt it coming back. So he probably feeling it out a little bit. And now he's been, a couple of little mental errors that Dawson doesn't usually make. Sits in the first half a few times. Comes back in now, and he's a little motivated and playing hard. So that's really fun to see when that happens.
And you're going to be a little rusty. I mean, number one, you're going to be rusty because you've been off a week and a half for the weather. But you had the other week since back to Benton when he twisted that ankle for the first time. And you got to be a little bit nervous when you go up the first couple of times that you're going to land on somebody else's foot.
Listen, every and it's kids in general, and not even just kids, NBA players, NFL players, Major League, mentally from an injury. How is it going to hold up? It happened, so now is it going to happen again? Can I be extra careful and it not happen? So,
coming out of this timeout, Easter's going to have the one free throw after he makes the layup and gets fouled. So one free throw, everybody's ready to rebound. To be a 1,000-point scorer, you have to be a good free throw shooter.
yes.
And so far tonight, Easter has shown that. Beckett Scott's going to bring the ball up, meet Easter at the half-court line and at the logo. There's Dawson Griffin with some backdoor work to Jace.
How does he call that from back there?
Ooh.
Right.
We got the backdoor look, but Eli McClain had both hands up, was able to contest, made the contest, and they call the jump ball possession arrow. Stays with the Yellowjackets. Baseline inbounds play. For the first time tonight, we see Derek Belton, sophomore guard. Foul called on the Wolves. Everybody's kind of curious how that goes down, but we'll take it.
That is going to be from Coach Scott having that conversation just now about that jump ball in the paint.
Oh, I'll tell you this. The Wolves will run that play at their next game, I guarantee it.
You're right.
There'll be a phone call and some film watch, and that play will be added to the Wolves next time they play.
That's right.
Great bucket by Jace Gatlin. We're still talking about the coaching piece of it, but really it was the way that the players were able to just maneuver the baseline. While we were talking about the last play, another turnover. A couple times tonight they've thrown the ball where the guy was, not where he was going.
Not where he's going.
So the Wolves have another turnover. 11-point lead for the Yellowjackets. Got a look here with Jace Gatlin with the ball in his hand. Now we're kind of playing chess a little bit. Jace with the right-handed push floater. Got to get back on defense. Got to stop ball. Biggest thing here with the ball in their hands is stop Easter from getting into the lane. They do. Davenport is moving the ball around the top, back in Easter's hands. Great contest again. Rebound Gatlin. Reward Wilson. Yep. When you work that hard on defense, you should get that look on offense.
Big offensive board by Dawson.
You can move it. You can move it. Yes, good. Offensive board, Dawson Griffin gets it back on the baseline.
Oh, that just rolled in and out.
We need one more rebounder on Dawson's shot. I would have taken one more rebounder.
Right.
Kicks across Davenport. Misses another one. That one way too hard. Comes down to Dawson Griffin. Transition ahead. See it. He knew it was there.
Nice. Great move. Great look ahead by Beckett. EA to EA. EA sees it.
Nope.
Other way around.
Yep.
Other way around. My bad. To Wilson on the wing, and Wilson saw it coming.
Oh. We'll talk about that in just a second. I want to go one more time on the last transition offensive trip. The kick ahead to Wilson. Wilson knew where EA was before he ever caught it.
That's right.
Going back down, Anderton does exactly what Anderton does, kind of turn into that charge guy for the Yellowjackets. He was there, his feet were, and the referee's telling him right now, I'm not sure what you did wrong. I'm not sure how that didn't work out. Turns out to be free throws for Easter. Makes the first one.
I'm trying to watch that conversation with EA and the ref. The ref trying to tell him, I don't know what, but he's trying to be discreet about it. He doesn't want to throw his guy under the bus, but I think he was there.
The only thing that you might be able to say is he didn't hit him super square, but I think he got him right in the middle. So 40-29, that 11-point lead stays. We still got the 2-point lead. Gonna turn this ball over. Gonna be in the hands of 5. Gonna miss on the backside. Offensive rebound twice. Got to get this one. And we do. Good. Hey, somebody send that to Sports Center.
Wow, what a great, again, the outlet out to Beckett. Beckett's in midair, doesn't have a chance, knows Wilson's coming, drops it behind his back.
I don't know what we've got tonight. Oh, too much.
Too much. Oh!
Somebody who's listening, cut that clip, send it to Sports Center right now.
Oh, man.
That has a chance to be on Sports Center tonight, no doubt about it.
Wow.
Great job by the Yellowjackets. We're going to finish the third quarter, 42-29, 8 minutes left to go in the game. At Lake Hamilton, at their place, big lead. As the teams get to their huddles, watching both coaches, they're calm and ready, teaching up their players. Trying to figure out whose ball. There was a jump ball under the basket, so it is going to be the Hamilton ball, Lake Hamilton ball coming out. 42-29. Leaders right now on the stat board. You've got Anderton with 11. You've got Wilson Reed with 8.
Jace with 7. Dawson with 6 and Beckett with 5.
That's what their scoreboard is showing right now. That quarter, Easter had 5, and Eli McCain with 2 for the quarter. McCain has 12 for the game. Easter has 15 for the game. No foul trouble showing on the board. Nobody with more than 2. That was Anderton with 2. Coming out to start the fourth quarter, same 5 guys. You've got Jace, Beckett, Wilson, Dawson, and EA.
And right now tonight, this has been the most effective group. I think.
I think you can kind of interchange Dawson and Lane, and then you can't forget that DJ's had 2 or 3 minutes of big ball.
Correct.
Absolutely, had some big stuff happen tonight. We're going to skip the ball across to the McLean. McLean works his way to the rim. Rebound comes down to Gatlin. It becomes a possession game now.
Wow. Great look by Jace.
Look.
Great hands by EA to catch that ball and go right up with it.
I want to give the second assist to Wilson for blocking the defender,
Right.
too. Lots of good stuff happens right there. Great job, unselfish Yellow Jacket play. It's kind of been the note. When we play well, that has to happen. It doesn't matter who gets it as long as somebody does. Can't say enough tonight about Wilson Reed
His
defending
defense.
Easter.
But it's the same thing you did in the fourth quarter at Sheridan on him. So it's been fantastic to watch.
Ball finds the corner. Whoa. Going to get it ahead. Anderton's going to go all the way. Bucket. Stretches the lead 46-29. Keep it going, Yellow Jackets. Mass substitutions about to happen for the Wolves.
Oh, good hands by Jace.
Great dig. They reset the shot clock. Doesn't matter now.
Good strong. That was a good strong take by the kid. Dawson went up to contest it. He's got, Dawson having fouls, so, no fouls here in the quarter. Don't contest that shot. He did fine. And kid made a strong move and put it in the basket. So
Subs coming for the Wolves. Mass substitution, several players. Easter stays on the floor. Davenport, a starter, stays on the floor. Wyatt Ray comes back in the game. Rebound to the Wolves on their free throw. Don't want to see that 15-point lead. Need to stay there.
yeah, stay the course.
Yellow Jackets are going to take over on the sideline. Jace back to Beckett. Clock running. 6:24 left in the game. Been a pretty quick one tonight. Not a whole lot of turnovers or timeouts. Not a whole lot of fouls. Been a pretty quick game. Anderton handles the ball up top. Finds Wilson Reed on the right side. Full reversal all the way to Jace in the right corner. He's going to go baseline, spin back to his middle. Strong hand, left hand. Going to call a foul on number 1, Evan Stecker.
Dawson had good position, and Stecker tried to go right through his back. Had his arm.
In
That's
Evans'
why-
defense, he's given up about 20 pounds and 8 inches. Good look by the Yellow Jackets. Dawson leaves that one just a bit short. Ball moves around the top, left side, long. Not sure what we're calling here.
Foul on number 20.
Okay.
He put his hands right in Dawson's back as that ball was coming over the rim. So
You kind of mentioned that earlier that at some point he might get one of those
little-
easy fouls.
those little frustration fouls. Because you look at him, he usually is not one of the smallest kids on the court, and so it's frustrating to him, right? And he's banging, and Dawson is just kind of really overpowering him.
Ball moves around. Got a set in place because we got Dawson to Beckett. Beckett gets to the rim. Oh, get up.
He's good. He's
Okay.
good.
All right, hard fall by Beckett there. He's going to come back. Going to get 2 free throws. Foul on number 11. 11 is Davenport. Knocks Beckett to the ground as Beckett makes his way down the left side of the lane. Clock stops. 15-point lead for the Yellow Jackets. First free throw is good. 5:28 to play in the game. Biggest thing we need now is the clock to run.
Clock's got to run.
The clock is our friend.
Don't give the referees an opportunity to let Lake Hamilton get some points with the clock stopped. So you got to keep it going.
Ball goes out of bounds off of the Wolves, so the ball's going to stay with the Yellow Jackets. We're going to get it on the sideline low.
And they had the opportunity to save that, and they thought it was off of Sheridan. So
Tough spot to bring it in
big
from.
mistake.
New shot clock. Should be a new shot clock. They didn't give us one. Skip to Wilson Reed. Smart. We got it in the corner. Dawson Griffin back to Wilson. Up to EA up top. Beckett's going to reset it. Up top with Easter in his face.
15 to go on the shot clock. So high screen by EA.
Little retreat. Finds Dawson. Fights through. No foul called. Going to get it out. The Wolves are going to get it ahead to Easter. Skip. Last time it was way long. This time it almost goes but misses. Rebound down to Jace Gatlin. Ahead to EA. EA has a chance at a layup at full speed. It falls off and ball back to the Wolves.
He got it a little deep. It wasn't a great angle.
Rebound.
Oh, come on, guys.
Rebound in a bucket. I'd be fine if we just pull the ball out. I'd be okay with that. All right, 4:18 left to play. Jace is going to handle the ball. Starts with Wilson. Moves it around the top, full reversal. Flex cut does not turn into a basket, so we reverse. Jace Gatlin on the right side now.
10 to go on the shot clock.
Shot clock says 10. Jace is able to get all the way to the rim. Timeout called. Coach Scott was ready. Jace with the rebound while laying on his back. Timeout, Coach Scott.
That'll leave him with one.
Probably needed that anyway. There's a couple guys breathing a little bit hard. We've been going
That's
full
right.
speed for a while.
You saw Lane come to the table. I think Dawson's going to get a little break. Again, it's that long layoff for everybody. You got to get your basketball legs back. If they did anything like me, sat on the couch and ate some chips and drank some hot cocoa or laid around and watched a lot of TV. And listen, it's not like you go outside and do anything. So
I wonder how many closets got cleaned out over the last week and a half. I bet a couple.
a couple of them did. I went out in my shop and because I knew it was coming, I went out in my shop and cleaned up around all my cage for, and my hitting mat for golf and set up my simulator, and then it was just so icy and cold. I said, I'm not going out there. I got to fire up the heater in the shop. And but I should have. Because I didn't do much of anything else.
47-33 Yellowjackets. We're going to have the ball on the baseline near our bench. Had a couple really good looks on these last couple baseline plays. Haven't made one in the last two. I wouldn't be shocked if we go back to the Jace Gatlin fake in the corner. I think that's probably a good look here. It worked so well last time.
It really did. Kind of looks like that's what they're looking for. Oh, 12 had a hold of him.
Yep, he had his right arm, able to keep the ball. That's a good thing. Skip pass, Wilson Reed. Big cut by Beckett Scott, finds the ball all the way around the perimeter. Another cut. This is just a motion offense until somebody gets stuck on a screen. It also does a great job moving the clock. Shot clock down to 10. We're going to put the play in motion now. Now it's down to 6, 4, 3.
Shoot!
Does he know it? Does he know it?
EA does. Hits the rim.
Yep. Rebound comes down in there in transition. Got to stop ball more than anything. I think if I'm Easter there, I keep the ball in my hands. There's only one guy to beat.
No, I agree with you.
100%. I don't care who the guy out there is.
Because, first of all, that's a really tough catch. Full speed, and it's on a line.
And I'm going full speed, so even if I do catch it, am I going to make the layup?
Right.
I think I keep that one if I'm Easter. Offense back to the Yellowjackets up top. Lane Bickford handles it up top. Now he's going to look in the post and see if he can get a look. He does.
And
Big over his right shoulder. Big bucket over his right shoulder. 49-33, Lane Bickford.
That turnaround game for Lane has been fun to see develop.
And that's a good word for it because it's not always been there. He has put in the work, and he is there now. No doubt about it. 2:20 to play. This trip's important, as are they all. Left short, Lane with the rebound. I don't remember it being our turn, but I'm going to say thank you.
I think that's it. Lake Hamilton got it at the start of the fourth quarter, and I think that's all there's been.
Okay. They didn't call one on the ground down here
We got the
because we called a
timeout.
timeout. You're right. So one of the biggest changes here late is starting the offense with the ball in Jace's hands first, letting Beckett kind of be loose and move around.
Well, and Lake Hamilton has now gone to a zone.
Beckett running the baseline. Wilson finds him in the corner.
And you knew that was going up. You saw it coming from the cut from the other side.
That's the reason why I called his name, is because I said you could see it in his eyes. Big steal by Jace.
Oh.
Gives it right back. I won't even say maybe it wasn't a steal. Maybe it was just half a steal. There's McLean able to get down the line. Foul.
That's definitely a foul.
Yep. He went through him, but that's okay.
Yeah.
52-33, going to make him shoot free throws. 1:45 left to play.
All that was Lane taking up for his other big. He saw that guy put two hands in Dawson's back earlier. And, you know, hey, you're not going to do that to my guy.
Good team basketball.
I might do it to him in practice, but it's my brother.
Can't say enough, with a week and a half off, for the Yellowjackets to be this crisp tonight, to run their sets this clean. They just ran their chin set for 31 seconds.
Yep.
Patient.
And got a three out of it.
And really clean. Got to get it across half court. Got to get it across. Timeout called before 10. Timeout called before 10. Scotty's pleading his case. Can't figure out why it says 24.
It says 26, Coach.
They fixed it. So we're at their place. Coach Pennington from the Wolves is arguing that if the shot clock says 24, 35 to 24 is more than 10 seconds. So their shot clock operator changed it to 26. We'll get the ball coming out with 26 seconds left on the shot clock, 1:34 left to play, 18-point lead for the Yellowjackets.
Coach Scott is now out of timeouts. So you're playing the last minute 34, which you, at this point now, you want that clock to run.
18 points, I feel pretty confident. But this is a place where I'm not there yet.
I did not say that.
Well,
no, I feel like you. I feel the same way. I didn't want to be premature, but if anybody's listening, can text us a spot to stop on the way home. We're at Lake Hamilton School, you know, and I'm a little hungry. So if there's somewhere we can stop to eat on the way home, but
forced.
Yeah, it was.
Ends up in the hands of the Wolves.
And I read Coach Scott's lips about what Beckett just did. I'm not going to say it on the air. It wasn't that bad, but he wasn't happy.
Ball finds the corner to Eli McLean short. Anderton with a board.
There it is again.
Ahead.
Got to run out.
That's Beckett Scott for 2.
Yep.
Makes it a 20-point lead with 1:10 left to play. McLean over to Easter for 3. Leaves it just short. It bounces around for quite a while. Comes down to Wilson Reed with the rebound.
Now you're going to see the JV come off the bench.
That's Anderton. Rebound to Davenport. Somebody foul. There we go. It's going to stop the clock with 42 seconds left to play. In comes Landon Blanks. DJ Trotter's going to join this group. Landon Odom, Ross Stevens, and Gunnar Hoyle.
So good showing by the Yellowjackets tonight. It's going to be Lake Hamilton ball with 42 seconds to go. Yellowjackets up by 20. I'm going to be honest with you. I did not have Yellowjackets by 20 on my bingo card tonight.
I don't think Coach Scott did either. Now, don't misunderstand me. Because of the way that they were able to work tonight, great job on the hedge there by Hoyle. Don't want to miss that. Rebound comes down to Landon. Landon ahead to Odom. Going to find Trotter. Going to handle it up on the left side. Going to take it to the rim for another left-handed bucket.
Very nice by
His
DJ.
game continues to grow as the season goes on. 13 seconds left to go. Davenport in the corner. Davenport has not had a great shooting night tonight.
Ross Stevens with the rebound. Out
he
to
has-
DJ at the buzzer.
Kind of glad that one didn't go in.
Yeah, I am too. And I think if Coach Scott had his way, that
that
would have got pulled
one
out.
would have been pulled out. Yep.
So listen, 56-34, Sheridan. Fantastic showing by the boys tonight. There was a stretch at the end of the third, beginning of the fourth, where it got really fun for a minute. Some great passing, some really unselfish, a little bit, maybe a little flashy, but it was a lot of fun. Some
as long
of
as it works.
yeah. Well, and listen, some of it was the position I'm put in, right? Some of those passes were I'm on the run. I know I got an open teammate. I've got to get it to him. So it was a fantastic showing by the Yellowjackets. So get back into the winning form in conference. Solidify, I think, probably our spot at number 2 right now. And now you've kept your guys healthy. Big win, kept the guys healthy, and now here we go to Thursday night. Go over to Pine Bluff.
Thursday night we go to Pine Bluff. Don't want to miss this as the teams come together at center court. Blake Hamilton and Coach Pennington do a fantastic job with their Christian-led team, and letting us join them for prayer there at the end of the game is fantastic. Can't say enough about the Yellowjackets, and they didn't look like they've been off for a week and a half.
They didn't.
That's the biggest thing that made, I think, the lead and the spread tonight what it was, is we were crisp even though.
Totally agree. So great showing by the Yellowjackets. We will wrap things up here. We'll come to you from Roby Middle School at Pine Bluff on Thursday.
I'm going to miss that one.
Coach
Gus is going to play 8th grade basketball for the last time this year, so I'm going to make sure I go watch Gus Kinzer, point guard, the 8th grade Yellowjackets against Jacksonville this Thursday.
And did I hear a story that Gus was made his first big boy basket in this arena on
First
a 10-foot
goal. He's probably 3 or 4 years old. Took him a couple chances, but he got it over the rim. Yep.
And who knew all these years later he'd still have a hard time getting it up to a 10-foot goal. But no, so we'll come to you from Pine Bluff Thursday night. Just in case it's only me, please bear with me. I actually also don't know that Braden will be there to help set up, so it may be me setting up all by myself, talking by myself. So y'all may be in for a real show if I can even get it going on Thursday night. So we'll wrap it up from here from Lake Hamilton. Thank you to our sponsors, J.M. Fry Inc., First Trust Home Loans, Weight Loss and Wellness of Arkansas, Hop Shop, People's Bank, Cotillas, The Sports Stop, Roof Connect, Stockton Equipment, and Allen Gate and Panel. Thank you to those sponsors. We will come to you because of them again on Thursday night. Have a good night.